Good evening. Thank you very much. You may be seated. And before we begin, if you can find a seat, you can be seated. Before we begin, I do want to apologize. Uh, Actually, this is a couple times we've done this in the 4 years we've been here, but we've had two events going at the same time. I literally just ran down the cross hall. The second time this week I've actually done this over to the East Room to speak to you this evening. But it is indeed an honor to be with you today. And it's a privilege to stand here today in this historic East Room to speak about something that defines who we are as a nation, and that's American innovation. For centuries, America has been a nation of builders, dreamers, and doers. From the farms of the Midwest to the laboratories of Silicon Valley, we've been driven by a simple yet profound ideal that if we dare to imagine something better, we can make it a reality. Innovation is woven into the fabric of our history. It's in the DNA of our democracy. Born from the belief that we could forge a new way of governing, a system where freedom and opportunity go hand in hand, it is the legacy of people like Thomas Edison, who lit up the world, Grace Hooper, who pioneered modern computing, and Katherine Johnson, whose calculations carried us to the stars. But innovation is not just about the past, it's about our future, the future we must build together. It's about keeping our economy strong, ensuring our security, and creating a better quality of life for generations to come. And let me tell you, there's no challenge too great for America's innovation to overcome. We see this spirit alive today in every corner of this country, in places like Research Triangle Park in North Carolina, where scientists are harnessing artificial intelligence to cure diseases, in the factories of Ohio, where workers are building the batteries that will power the cars of tomorrow, and in the classrooms where teachers are inspiring the next generation of engineers, coders, and entrepreneurs. But, folks, let me be clear here. Innovation doesn't happen by accident. It requires investment, vision, and a steadfast boldness, potential of our people. And that's why my administration has made advancing American innovation a cornerstone of our agenda. I have since day one and will continue for the next 4 years. Earlier this year, I signed into law the most significant investments in science and technology over a generation. This includes funding for semiconductor manufacturing so that we can make the chips that power our phones, appliances, and defense systems right here in America. Right here in America, instead of relying on foreign supply chains. Folks, this this technology was actually one of the founding places was in my hometown of Dallas, Texas. Why are we sending those jobs out of this country? Why are we doing that? It's time to bring what we invented back to our country. We're also doubling down on education and workforce development. We're strengthening STEAM programs in our schools, expanding apprenticeships, and making college more affordable because every young person in America deserves the opportunity to participate in building our future. And we're making historic investments in clean energy technology, developing the solar panels, wind turbines, and energy storage systems that will help us tackle the climate crisis and create millions of good paying jobs along the way. And may I say, good paying union jobs. But innovation isn't just about technology, it's about people, it's about communities, and it's about values. The American innovation we celebrate today is rooted in a commitment to fairness, inclusion, and the common good. This is why we're also taking steps to ensure that the benefits of innovation are shaped by all Americans. Too often, technological progress has left workers and families behind, creating wealth in some places while leaving others to struggle. That's not the American way. We're working to close the digital divide in ensuring that every home in this country has access to high-speed internet so the kids can learn. So a parent doesn't have to drive a McDonald's just to get Wi-Fi. How can we be doing that in our country? One of the greatest democracies on earth, and a parent has to drive to a McDonald's restaurant to get Wi-Fi so their student can learn. How is that possible in this country? Businesses can grow, and no one is cut off from opportunity. You know, and like I said, we're bringing good jobs back to communities that have been hollowed out by decades of outsourcing and neglect. And we're standing up to countries that seek to undermine our innovation economy by stealing our intellectual property, manipulating our markets, are flooding our supply chains with substandard goods. America will always compete and win on a level playing field. You know, as I look around this room today, I see the faces of the future scientists, entrepreneurs, students, and workers who are pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Your work inspires us. It reminds us that America's greatest strength lies not in our resources, but in the people, in our people's creativity, resilience, and determination of every single American. You know, folks, I know the road ahead won't always be easy. It never is. Innovation often comes with challenges, ethical questions, economic disruptions, and new risk. But I believe in the power of the American ingenuity to navigate these challenges and emerge stronger together. We can ensure that our progress is guided by our principles and that our pursuit of innovation is always rooted in humanity. As president, I pledge to continue working every day to create the conditions for innovation to thrive. I pledge to invest in you, our workers, our students, and our communities. Because when we invest in American innovation, we invest in our future. And I've just said this down the hall. When we invest in our students, when we spend money in education like this administration has pledged to do, we invest in our students. That's why I'm proposing a $1.27 trillion education bill. That's why some people have said they're going to eliminate the Department of Education. We're going to reimagine it into an agency that will support school choice. So today, let's commit to building that future together. You know, a future where the United States remains the world leader in technology, and discover a future where every American has the opportunity to share in the prosperity that innovation creates, and a future where we continue to lead not just by the example of our power, but by the power of our example. Thank you very much. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.